Howdy, folks. Time for another walkthrough, logic walkthrough with the great Joy Frost on another track from her project that was just released, the
The
Roaring
Roaring
2020s.
2020s.
That's right. And this one's got a little history. I mean, All of Me is a classic jazz standard. Um, so classic that I didn't think I could do what you wanted with this track. Um, this is the intro to the Paul and Joy collaboration back in May of last year or so. Um,
2023.
2023, that's right. When she finally said yes to collaborating, this is the first track we talked about. It's not the first track we worked on. We floated some ideas of what you want to do. She said, "Yeah, I want to do like an all of me thing, but it's like a hip hop kind of dark pop jazz." I'm like, I don't know, man, because that's just the tracks, the chord changes. It starts with a one chord, goes to the major three chords, the major six chord, and it just that's not really pop sounding. You're like, we can make it happen, and I was a little nervous on making that. And then she sent me a reference track to another artist I hadn't heard of, and it's like, hmm,
Tender.
yeah, yeah,
Very, very sexy group duo from
yeah.
England.
What was it again? What was the name?
Tender.
Tender, yeah. And their song, I think, Vow was kind of the original inspiration. And I'm like, okay, dude, that's like a minor, serious dark groove, and all of me is, hey, all of me, tap dancing and all that fun
I
stuff.
never understood why it's been portrayed as a happy song because the lyrics are so sad. Like, there's like nothing to tap dance about in this
No, it's
song.
just the feel they put behind it. I mean, there's a famous
It's
movie
such a
with Steve
sad song.
Martin. Yeah, it's a sad song. This Steve
It's
movie
very
with
passive aggressive as
that's
well.
one way to look at it. Passive aggressive for sure. Why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you? Take my lips, take my arms, all that. Take me, just take it. What?
Took
Screw
the
it. I'm
best,
done.
so why not take the rest?
Yeah, yeah. Screw it. So it's an interesting groove for sure. We went in a totally different, unexpected direction. This is probably the most, I don't know if creative is the right way. I mean, I got creative on this because basically you
I
had
sent you the
vocals.
reharmonization,
Yes, but that
and
was
then
really
from
it.
there, yeah.
Yeah, there was not
So
much at all. So you sent me Bones, and it was like vocals, and it was a song form per se, and ended up with this very long form. I want to say the full version is about 4 minutes long, which is long for pop songs. Pop songs are what, 2.5, 3 minutes ish.
yeah,
Um, yeah, this really unique verse, and you got permission to record this, and this is really cool. All the jazz standards that Joy covers on the album, she got permission from the owners, and all of me, you're like, hey, I'm gonna just totally chop this thing up and add lyrics. So how did that go?
I was so scared. I was shitting myself when I sent that email to Round Hill. I'm like, oh my God, oh my God. Because this is the song that I changed the most. I mean,
Yeah.
you add when you're adding stuff, like I was really worried because either they'll be supportive or they say, screw you, don't touch, you know? And
Yeah.
so I'm like, please, 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 please. And so I reached out to Round Hill and they controlled all of me and one other Fever. Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
I was really scared because I also for Fever I wrote all these new dorky verses and just basically threw out all the verses except for the first one. And I'm like, oh man, I just totally went to town with both of these songs without permission because the way that I approached it is I had the songs ready first. So that way they could hear the final thing. So I'd already
Uh,
invested all the time. I already invested all the money hiring the
and you're like,
musicians,
oh, hope they
you.
do it.
And
Yeah.
I was like, okay, they're either going to say, wow, this is cool. All right. Or no.
Are you crazy? You did what to this
Yeah.
thing?
And I was like, no, not the same publisher controlling both the songs that I did the most
Changes
changes
to.
to. I'm like, okay, this is like the email of my life. And luckily, I had already secured permission from one or two of the other publishers for the more minor changes. And so I made sure to name drop that in the email for this publisher. So that way, oh, I've already heard from Concord Music, already heard from MPL Productions, and now I just need you to say yes too.
That helps. Yeah. So the cool
It
kids are
did
doing it.
help.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, like, do you want to join the club?
All the
Rather,
cool
like,
kids. Few of the cool kids
and
play.
I went in, like, well, I used to work in sales before. Um, when I was like 21, I worked in sales. And I was the top closer of the whole company.
Oh, nice. Nice.
And I learned a thing or two. I'm like, okay, I need to just assume the sale here. I need to not say, so do you want it? Like, Like no
So we're
timidity.
moving
Gotta be
forward,
confident.
going, yeah,
Yeah, like,
exactly.
okay, here's the thing I made. I've got permission. Just wanted to. Oh, and so what I did, because you can't phrase your question in a yes or no. So what I said, and I went in, I'm like, okay, I don't want any royalties. I want 0% songwriting credit for my verse. I don't care. I just want to treat it like a regular cover where I give you everything and I just am allowed to do it.
Right.
And so I stated that, and then I said, what else do I need to do to make sure this release is above board? So I basically asked them for their advice and guidance on what else I'm
Right.
supposed to do besides just pay them everything.
Well, they
And
probably,
so,
that's probably where they stop. Like, oh, she doesn't want any percentage. Yeah, do what you want.
so that was my secret.
Well, there we go. That's that. I mean, asking for, I mean,
And oh, can I
this,
say,
sure.
oh my God, I couldn't believe how wonderful the email was that I got back. I think her name was Kelly.
Okay.
And I cried. She's like, well, yeah. And make sure afterwards to send us the masters. We'd love to help pitch the tracks. I'm like, are you
Oh, there we go.
fucking kidding
We
me?
need that for sure.
I'm like, not only did you not say no to me, but now you want to help get me sync placements. Like you actually want to help and you
Yeah.
really genuinely support this. I couldn't believe it. I felt beyond grateful and lucky because at this moment in time, like I've got a small audience. It's not like I have the same type of influence and name recognition to encourage anyone to
Right.
allow me to do something so unprecedented.
Yeah.
But she chose to stand by me, an indie artist, and I'm like, wow.
Well, it is very, very cool that you reached out. They gave you permission. They want to help promote it, which we definitely need. So get out there and click like, subscribe, follow, download, buy, talk about it, spread the word. We just want to be loved. Love us. So this is cool again. So I said earlier, the I was like nervous about this track because if you listen to the standard All of Me, it's just I mean, musically speaking, it's a happy song. It's just basically this.
Follow me, follow me.
And then we're happy more.
Can't you
I digress.
see?
So we go from that happy to this.
All of me.
Very serious.
Why not take all of me? Can't you see? I'm no good without you.
Okay, forget it. Something
You
new. Here we
can have
go.
my heart, you can have my soul, you can have my body if you never let me go. You can have my lungs, every breath I take. You can have my cheekbones, even though they're fake. You can have my blood pumping through my veins. Love me like a vampire, I wouldn't complain. You can have my heart, you can have my soul, you can have my body if you never let me go. Take my lips, I want to lose
Okay, okay.
them.
There's so
I
much.
know it's so weird.
You're all over the place. So we start out with this hook, this like melody hook kind of thing, and then you said, screw it. I'm gonna write my own verse." So we have the joy verse. So I mean, you just had a vision in your head for like, okay, yeah, this is a cool foundation. This is basically the flour, and then you brought a bunch of sugar and butter and other stuff to add to the cake, I guess. What were you
Yeah.
thinking when you wrote this? I mean, inspiration wise, or what were you thinking?
Oh man. I don't know. I was just in one of my weird trances, you know? And I had a vibe like a Timbaland, Justin Timberlake kind of energy in my heart.
Yeah.
And I thought like, oh man, like what if this song had like that kind of energy?
We also had
But
the tender. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But then I realized that in order for this song to work, to translate into a pop format, it would need an additional section to the song because of the A B of jazz with the then solo breaks. It doesn't lend itself to the typical pop chorus.
Yeah.
And so I thought, okay, it needs one more section. Let's just see. And they are. I mean, what I wrote isn't really that creative. Like,
But then you take
you can
pieces. I
have my
mean,
heart, my soul. Like that's such classic, timeless cliche things.
it
But then I put
is.
in a few like vampires and cheekbones because I've got
Yeah,
half a milliliter on each cheek
each cheek,
of my hyaluronic acid, so you can take my cheekbones, even though they're fake.
even their fey ache. So we had the all of me start, and then I'm going to kind of
I
start
think
each
I had
phrase here.
just gotten cheek filler like a few days before.
Something
That's
new
why
to
I
add
was inspired.
to your arsenal. So hook.
I was possessed by the
All of
hyaluronic acid.
me. Why not
So
take
that's how
all?
the song, the regular jazz standard starts. All of me, you want to take all of
Yes,
me.
if you mute the pad, it's actually and the weird darker harmonies, it's just the same regular old melody. It's
Of
not
my
been
heart,
changed at all.
all of me. Why not take all of me?
But that's even that there is slightly different.
Can't you see? I'm no
I mean, my
good
energy is all dark.
without you.
Yeah, but
You
and the chords are slightly different as well. You made one note different.
I
That makes
one
it
note I
minor.
changed. It's
Yeah,
true.
I made it
I
minor
changed
versus
one
major.
chord.
You made it darker. Imagine that. But then we start this
Why am I
verse.
like this?
Oh no, it's a one because you're you. You're a wonderful, unique snowflake. So we all are. So now we said, okay, we started this. I mean, you took the first half of the first verse and said, okay, I'm gonna from
Yes.
there, I'm gonna go start the actual verse, and that's
Yeah, I
this.
wanted to use it
of
as a
my
hook.
heart, you can have my soul. You can have my body
So
if
there's
you.
this whole thing. So is there a story or a theme in this verse? It's just like
Hmm. I don't know. I was just coming up with whatever I came up with, and that's like I wrote it in like 2 minutes.
there you go, cranking out tunes quickly again. And then we get to the
I
traditional-ish.
was just laughing about like the vampire thing because I've got such a vampire kink. Like I think it's awesome. And then I wanted to put in a line for my cheek filler, and I was just laughing to myself. And I even just repeated the same basic like my heart, soul, body at the beginning
Right.
and the end. And
Yeah.
I was also thinking about Body and Soul, which is another track on the
Oh, brilliant.
album. And I
Yeah.
thought that'd be a cool way to tie it in as well. So these are my ideas.
Nice. And then so we get to this traditional chorus, and how does it start here? We got,
Take my
but it's not really a
lips,
chorus. This kind of sounds like a
I
verse.
want
Yeah.
to lose
Oh
them.
wait, I do this.
Take my arms, I'll never use them. Your goodbye left me with eyes that
I love the way we
cry.
labeled the
How
sections.
can I
Traditional-ish.
go
Ish.
on
Yeah.
to without you?
And then the actual tag of the
You
song.
took the part that once was my heart, so why not
These harmonies were really hard too.
take all of me? You can have my
And
heart.
that's the form. That's the whole song form. We repeat it, and there's another verse at the end. But so we got a
Yeah,
lot
the
of stuff going on
outro.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go back to those vocals for a second here. So all these girls right here.
And as always, I tune my vocals before I send them to you. And then I also de-click them before I send them to you. So I'm using Melodyne, not ARA. I do it manually because the auto settings are no good.
Yeah, we don't trust ARA.
No. So I don't do auto tune, I do manual tune. And then I de-click it with Isotope. And I don't do any EQ, I don't do any compression. I don't have any analog gear in my signal flow. I just send it to you with only those two pieces of processing.
Exactly. Now this again, this was the first
And
song
I
we
comp
actually,
it, of
yeah, well,
course.
the one I started, this is the first song we talked about, not the first one I produced, but I think it might have been a second or third. We had to get the right vibe. And this is kind of the
Right.
song where I learned Joy can be specific in what she wants. Because you look at this here, I got a
Oh,
syllable here, we got a little
I was
slice
so
here.
scared. I was so scared that you were gonna dump me after this song. Because like you said, this is the second song we ever did together. First we did Weed Smoker's Dream, and that was very strategic of me because I'm like, I need to not show him my absolute monster
We need to
energy.
focus on some
In the
traditional
first track,
jazz.
like
Yeah.
let's do something easy and fun, get some, some vasopressin release and a victory, and then
I didn't know
we'll
that.
go.
You
And
played
then
me.
let's,
You
I
played me.
did. I totally did.
Yeah. And then we get in
And then
this
I'm
one.
like,
Yeah. Spent a
let's
lot of
take a
time in this
chance.
one.
We've got a bit of a rapport here now. It's a
Yeah.
good vibe. Let's see if he
And I
can
think
deal
you were
with me.
really, really relieved when you saw that I had no problem with these micro tunings
I
and
really
tonal
was.
pieces and more takes. And okay, that forget it. I'm going to send you a new vocal take. Get it tomorrow. Like, yeah, I don't care. This is your craft. I want it to be as good as possible. Yeah, I am not offended by anyone that wants to be perfectionist because I consider myself a perfectionist. So I had no problem. So I think that's why we're kind of a musical match made in heaven. So
Totally.
it's awesome. Um, so again, you got the main vocals. You start with that, and then you just kind of work your way down with these individual.
I wish I could remember more of what we did because I feel like we've lost some of it to time. Because it
Um,
took, like, we tried it a few ways and it wasn't
oh,
working.
we had a totally different direction that we just canned. It was totally wrong.
Yeah, yeah, and I
I,
was,
yeah.
I
So
don't know.
because we had talked about a tender vow. You mentioned, Timberlake type stuff, and we just it wasn't going where we wanted it
Yeah,
to. And then I suddenly try
that
something, and
you got inspired. This vibe was your baby, your inspiration.
absolutely.
Once, yeah, because I gave you the reharmonization,
Mhm.
and then from there you built this.
I wanted a groove, and then
Oh my
okay, we wanted
God.
funky, and then we wanted kind of a drill bass, and then I kind of just had this feel, and then I got motivated with our bass, and I'm like, shit, I
The
think
drill
this
bass is
works.
so awesome.
Yeah, there's some things that just still make me smile in the bass part, because I think it's a solid groove.
What is that portamento?
Or the portamento is the slide from one note to another, and
That's
some folks would
exquisite.
call it a slur, but it's the time between note A and note B gliding to it. Yeah, that drill bass. So, but let's get back to your vocals for a second here, just to see what we got harmony wise. You got a lot going on here.
Excuse me.
Let's start with, I guess we'll start. You want to start with can we look at the beginning? You want to look at the
Yeah,
chorus?
sure. Let's just go
Sure.
chronologically, I guess.
All of me,
With my one little.
take all of
Why not?
Why
me,
That's right.
not?
Yeah.
I didn't like my tuning.
all of me. Why not take all of
Sounds great
me,
that way. So that's that. And then you double. What do we got doubles here?
all of me? Why not take all of me?
And those are not
Can't
a
you just
single track split. Those are two separate takes of you doubling
Right.
yourself. It's funny. I was just watching a video that my wife sent me on Instagram, a breakdown of a Carpenter's track. Um, and
Oh.
I'm like, holy cow, I'll send it to you. When she doubled
Like the
herself,
Carpenters.
the
Like Karen
Carpenters.
Carpenter.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, another queen in
Okay.
pop. When she doubled herself, you almost couldn't tell. It was so perfect. I'll send it to you. Anyway, this kind of reminds me of that because it's just you can tell it's multiples, but I had to look at the waveform. Is it different? And yes, it is. So and if you don't believe me
Well,
here, we'll just do
you
this. You can
flatter me.
see they're totally different. It's not like I split it and offset it like on the previous tracks.
Yeah,
So
you
there's
just can't
that.
get away with that with vocals.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Not in
So
not in such an organic genre.
all of
no, not at all.
me? Why not take all of me?
And then we add harmony one.
All of me. Why not take all of me?
These slightly different harmonic versions, not the standard. Adding harmony two.
All of
Now it's getting
me.
thick.
Why not take all of me?
Why not
All of
take
me.
all of me?
Exactly. What's that
Then
from the
I.
on the naughty list? That's a little foreshadow right
Oh
there.
my gosh!
I'm on the. That's a song we're working
I'm
on
just
now.
repeating my own patterns.
You are.
I'm
You have your own
swimming in my
style.
own juice. Oh, brother.
There you go. And then add
I
harmony
didn't even
three.
notice that. I
I
did the
I didn't either.
same
So just
harmony.
I wouldn't have noticed it if you didn't sing that part by yourself. I wouldn't have
Oh
noticed
my
it.
gosh. Nobody watching this is going to know what the naughty list is because we're not releasing it till next year, but
Yeah, it's in our brains
it's a
only.
it's a Christmas song for
Full
next
big
year.
band. It's gonna be fun. Adding harmony
So
three.
inappropriate.
All of me.
Can we listen to that one on its own?
Why not take all?
Sure. Just
Because
harmony
I
three.
can't really hear it. Yeah, just harmony three.
all of me.
Sort of like a double.
Why not take all of
Again?
me?
Is it double double? Let me see
I
here
might
again.
have done it again.
All of me.
Yes, I did it again because I
Why
realized
not take
the melody
all
was
of
disappearing
me?
under my weird harmony, so I wanted to reinforce it.
Can't you see?
I did that on a
I'm
separate
no
day.
good without you.
Everybody now.
All of me.
Let's take that out for a second here.
Why not take all of me? Can't you see? I'm no good without
You get this little voice down here. There's a voice up there, full range.
I was trying to get kind of creepy with it.
Yeah, and it had that sad that movie thing you referred to earlier.
I don't remember what it was anymore.
Ah, let's see here. So that's the vocals. So we got these really wonderful thick vocals, and these are unique. You're just picking up harmonies that you hear in the mood at the moment.
Yeah.
Um, and so we have this pad just straight ahead. Let me get the downbeat happening here. I'm pretty sure that's Falcon again. Oh, it's this.
Why
Yeah, wait.
doesn't it show?
Here it is. Yeah, it's a stack of two things. No, it's
Okay.
contact and contact. Ooh, what do we got here? Let's show. Um, Pad one, set in
Well, to be
stone.
fair, this is also at the beginning of our work, and we hadn't really found our go-to formula pieces
Exactly.
yet. We were
This is
still building the formula.
Native Instruments 40's very own keys, a play series tool from Contact that I like quite a bit. And I think probably another patch from that same library. Let's check. It's been over a year for this one.
Yeah.
Oh, Ashlight. Oh, I love this. This is a
Oh,
very,
that
very
looks
cool.
cool.
Yeah, it's very dark. It's very. You can see I'm pointing. You see
I
how the
can't see.
waveforms are being modified or over time, etc. So it's just this very mysterious pad by itself.
It's a good stack. So
We had
it's
a bass
just
pad
that.
and then this.
Ah, I can't even hear that.
I don't think it came in. Was it sleeping? I might need to hit something here. No, don't upgrade. No.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Now it's
Oh,
back.
okay.
Okay, one more time. Now it should come in. It's
It's
very
very
subtle.
subtle. That plus a bunch of harmonies, like that's all
Yeah,
I
yeah,
need.
yeah. So I'm providing some foundation, I guess. And then we have this little fountain coming in.
Oh, right. I remember one of the references that I gave you for this
every breath
just now.
I
Now I just
take.
remembered.
You can have
What was
much.
it? Was it just
Oh
in
my
front of
God.
under
It
the
was like,
song?
oh my gosh, it was this. It was the closing credits song of this Japanese anime that I love called Vampire Night.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yes, and it's like this really creepy piano cello music box thing.
Yeah. And so you wanted kind of a creepy music box thing going on.
Yes, that was like from this vampire anime.
Nice, nice. And then I'll do this right
Music
here.
box vibes.
And then this one
I
this is one
forgot
that
about that.
I totally did too. We've done so much since then. And then these instruments now our rhythm section kind of kicks in. Oh, I got a little reverse right here as well. So highlight these
Oh
guys.
yeah, what's that little?
Little guy right there. It's just a little
He's cute.
it's just bringing in. I'm a big fan of these reverses to bring
Me
in
too.
attention. So it comes in, and then let's just play the just the rhythm section, no pads.
This is all your magic.
Slightly different second time.
So awesome.
So I remember I was just grooving on this bass. I had this percussion groove going, and I was just playing with this you know glide portamento type style bass stack, and I had a lot more notes in this that are there now. Because I played for you, and you said no, I need some space. I want to. This sounds good. Take these notes out here. Yeah. So you helped me create this groove by changing what notes are in there,
I
etc.
forgot that.
Yeah, yeah, so for sure. Um, so yes, but that groove, and then whenever it
How
goes,
much bass did you use? Like, it's so awesome.
this is two basses, 808 sub from Nexus.
Love a good sub.
That and then what else? That's the whole thing. 80 sub right here, and then this one here. Will it work if I do this here? Turn that
The
on.
electro.
Electrophonic. Oh, it's Omnisphere. Wait for it to load. So I was trying to get some more,
Extremely nasty.
yeah,
Look at
very,
that.
very, yeah,
That's what it says. Extremely nasty.
intense bass lead sound for
The
modern
wheel
electro
brings
tracks.
out the uglies. I
So if I
love
do
it.
this, that's the modulation wheel. But
Okay.
putting them both together gave me a nice sound. So see, you can see
Drill
on the
plucked
bottom right
dark.
here. So it's the category, it's expansion, it's a drill expansion library for Nexus. And then I chose plucked. And then right now, if you look at the keyboard, I'm going to push down this C right here. And those octaves are doing automatically.
Mm.
So if I play a minor triad,
Now, what's that pattern? That
that's
rhythmic
an
pattern.
arpeggiator that's built in. So I've got a 6 note
It's
repeating pattern.
amazing.
Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, so it's the six notes within the four that makes it
Yes,
feel cool.
we get some hemiola, different times together. So
Oh,
if I added
teach me.
each
I've never heard that word before. Is that?
hemiola is just two different things going on at the same time. So we've got the songs
Hmm.
from four, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. But this is a different pattern. It's just a three. So you have this 1, 2, 3, 4. It's I can't even
With the
do that.
bass, and then it goes boom, boom, boom.
And so that's you wanted some motion, but
With the
it's subtle.
prefix heme, does it have to do with blood at all?
I
Somehow, with
don't
the
know.
etymology of the word. I'm just curious because I haven't ever heard a
Interesting.
word.
Hemiola.
Because
Hemi,
usually,
like semi, hemi, demi. I mean, it's
I
more of
don't
like
know,
a
like every word
fraction,
I've heard that starts with the HEM has to do with blood. So,
hemoglobin type stuff.
yeah, that's just what it's reminding me of
That's what it
hemoglobin.
reminds you of. You.
You can have my heart, you can have my
I like it.
soul, you can have my
So let me
body.
do. And this snap sample is from I'm a Music Mogul's 2022 sample collection.
What's our drill kick?
Um, that is also a sample from Mogul. It's the drill kick wave, actually, right there.
And what's the Jack Boys
Jack
percussion?
Boy's perk is a yet another. I was in a big I'm a Music Mogul phase last year. He's a damn good beat maker, and he has these
I
great
know
sample
you're a
packs.
fan.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
woodblock thing.
that's
So,
him. Okay.
and that's a really popular thing in trap music. It picked up a couple of years ago. Like they had this little woodblock or something, and so listening to him make
That's
beats, it's like
cute.
kick. Is there any? Wait a minute. We don't have any hi-hats? Oh, we do. Yeah, we have hi-hats in here. Okay, got it. So but that doesn't come into the traditionalist chorus
Right.
there.
So what
And
are
these are
these
also
the tiny little stairs of transition sounds that you have in there? The
the
metro and the
Metro open hi-hat. So the only one of this whole stack here, all this is mobile except for this and this is might be cymatics. This one here is Echo Soundworks reverse. Um, but the other ones are all from Mogul's collection.
what's the metro? Oh.
Metro open hi-hat. It's just a little
Oh.
Let's do that right here. No hi-hat anywhere.
That acid topper is cool. Oh, that old school bounce topper. I can't do
Yep.
anything. My eyes.
Now we get to our chorus-ish.
Oh, there's where the hi-hat comes in.
And we go from rim to snare. So bring the bass back in. Wait, where's my bass? Wait. What do we got going? There's no bass there. We pulled the bass out. Oh, because we came down. See, here we are building stuff again. So we come in, we got the verse, and this is such an unusual song form. Um, so we had the verse,
I
and
love
then
it.
we kind of call it a chorus, but it's not really a chorus. We didn't know what to call it, so we said traditionalist chorus. But I got this big old bass kicking, and so it's kind of be bigger there. But what's weird about this is that the verse is usually not bigger than the chorus. The chorus here is not
I'm
bigger.
still not convinced that the my verse is the verse and not the chorus.
Yeah, I mean,
To me, it's really like Joy chorus, traditionalist verse. That's how I see it now, but I must have seen it
uh,
differently last year.
yeah, I mean, yeah. So if we just play everybody here,
Have my heart, you can have my soul.
you're thinking this is
You
more for a
can have my
chorus,
body if
I
you
guess it doesn't
never
matter.
let me go. You can have my lungs,
or it's a
every
verse A,
breath I
verse B, no
take.
chorus
You can
song.
have my
Yes.
cheekbones even though they're fake. You can have my blood pumping through my veins. Love me
Yeah, this is
like
a
a
chorus because we're gonna get
vampire,
smaller after
I
this.
wouldn't complain. You can have my heart,
I think so
you
too.
can have my soul. You can have my body if you never let me go. Take my lips.
Yeah.
So we changed almost all of the percussion
Yep.
elements there.
Take
We only kept the kick.
arms.
And there's no bass at all.
Never
Where's the bass? There's no bass.
Your goodbye
Left-hand piano is just the bass.
left me with
And the bass is so. I mean, wait, no.
How
I mean, the kick has such a fat
go on
energy in it.
to you without
And then we gave smaller.
you?
This is technically pure jazz right here, kind of,
Yeah.
because it's just piano and voice,
Yes.
except for my weird harmonies where we did.
Take all of me.
You're so silly.
You can have my heart, you can have my soul, you can have my body
Okay.
if you never let
Let
me
us
go.
meet our
You can-
favorite software guitar.
Oh,
Hello,
snarly!
Gnarly's in the house.
I'm so excited.
So
What a
so
cutie.
there's not a lot. This is a light track. It's not super dense, but you've always got to make each section sound different. You're adding things towards the end. So what do we change? We just took these guys. We brought in the guitar, and this is just all pure funk. I got Wobbert and Snarly. So what are Wobbert and Snarly doing? Let's solo. We said Snarly first. Let's just bring in Snarly for a second here.
And what's interesting is here you combine, so in the first verse and the first chorus, you separated the different drum percussion sounds, but here
Yep.
you kind of mixed and blended them.
Yep, they're all good point. They're all together now. Everyone's in the house. So we are
Yeah.
quiet, just snaps, and then we bring in snare, and now we got everybody in the house, and then
Yeah.
kind of just keep it that way most of the way until the very,
Mhm.
very end. But this again is, Orange Trees samples, uh, Evolution Strawberry. I'm a huge,
I
huge
love
fan.
snarly.
So we got Snarly there, and then we've got Wobbert. And I'm kind of treating Wobbert like a clavinet, but so I just put the two guitars together. I wanted to add, remember, we came up this chorus, we just had pads and vocals. The Angel Fountain was gone in this section here, so it's kind of empty here. So I want to bring some motion back in. So we just add these guys right here. Bottom.
And that's why we have no bass.
Yeah, that's where the
Because
bass
this
is.
pad is very bass
So I
busted.
broke one of my protocols. This should be blue. There we go. I always color my bases blue, and now that makes sense. So that's where the bass went.
Okay.
So I said I had no bass here. This pad just kind of came this ominous, scary thing here. Um, but Wobbert, instead of Robert Wobbert,
Robert.
it's just a waka chicka. Here we go. Sounds weird by itself, but when it's going with all this other stuff, when you put that in with the bass, for example, and the power chords,
I was so impressed when you delivered this to me. It's just so cool.
it's a very unique, fun groove. It's very, I mean, no one's ever arranged all of me this way before. That's for damn sure. Um, and then also, so as we just wanted to get bigger and bigger, um, I added some guitar riffs in here. So Snarly's guitar. So what do we got here for the chorus again?
Take my
Oh yeah,
lips. I want to
Oh yeah, you love when I did this thing here. What up?
love it.
Oh, I love that. Like I'm grooving now. Check me out. Here we go. Yeah.
I want to lose them. Take my arms. I'll never
Oh, here's the part I love.
lose them. Your goodbye
The simple blues riff.
left me with eyes that cry.
There's no musicians on this besides you and me. We didn't hire any other
Nope.
live
This is
musicians.
me and my soul sister.
You can have
Yeah,
my
this is the. I mean, and there's this another one of my favorite moments in the album is these vocals you do here, just like total freaking attitude.
How can I go on?
That's
That was a
it's
hard
like
riff to
I just see the girls in the back, and all the girls from the gospel choir in the background singing.
I've never had background singers before.
No, well, when we got on the
Never.
stage, when you got on the stage at the Grammys, you'll have the big old choir behind you.
That'd be cool.
We can dream. We can dream.
Cry, how can I go on?
From here we just repeat, but then with variations.
You can have my heart.
So the difference
So-
here now,
soul.
the
What's going on
harmony
different?
intensity.
Ah, okay. Let me do that. Let's expand this here. What we got here,
Let's
vocal
see. What's
wise.
the difference between verse 2 and 3 here?
So verse 2 is right
Because the harmonies
here.
are the same, right?
What are we doing differently? So, I mean,
The perk snap isn't there. Neither are the Jack Boy perk. He's not there.
so verse 3. I
Snarly's
mean, verse
also
2.
gone, so it's kind of smaller. That's very
Yeah, we
interesting.
did. And don't forget, we didn't say this. This is the extended or the full version. We actually edited this down to the single version for the album. Is this the one that's on the album, or is it a single edit on the album? Do you even know?
It's the full version. It's the full
Okay,
version.
cool.
And the only thing that we changed is actually nothing back here. We just cut out the joy verse at the beginning and went straight into the traditionalist chorus. But everything else remained the same.
That would make sense because we actually determined today that this really is more of a verse than a chorus, which would make sense. We cut this section here on the single, so we started with intro/hook and came on this what we call chorus here, but really it's a verse.
So I'm
Anyone
just
confused
saying,
yet?
I find it fascinating that we actually went smaller.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Um,
because it was just so big with Snarly. We needed to.
I'm trying to think, is there anything else? I mean, we didn't add lots of stuff. I mean,
No, we did something with the vampire
oh yeah, we
cutouts.
we were
What
inserting
did we do with
pauses.
that?
So when you said vampire each time, it's like vampire, and then
We
the
cut
second time it's
stuff.
yeah, I soloed everything out except for your vocals. So if I where
Can you
is
show
that?
me
That
that?
is that right here?
Take my
Where is it? Is that in the
Maybe
verse?
that must be that little gap at like
I
minute
wouldn't
59 or.
complain. You can have my
Wait, it's right
heart.
here. So it's like
Through my veins, love me like a vampire. I
so that's the
wouldn't
first lyric. You're
complain.
saying vampire. It's there, solo
Mhm.
voice, full band, and then we go to the verse here, roughly around here, I want to say.
Through my veins, love me like a vampire. I wouldn't complain.
Vampire. So you added some vocals, so it's the same thing. I cut out the pad here to make some space for vampire.
But you didn't cut out
Through my
everything.
veins,
No,
love me like a vampire.
Just
I
a little
wouldn't
bit. We kept the
complain.
drums going.
exactly. Now I get to
And
verse
then in
3.
verse 3, it's an even bigger gap.
Through my veins, love me like a vampire. I wouldn't complain.
Yeah, so
Oh,
that's a
I
variation there.
love that one.
That was all in my head too. That wasn't I just I heard this thing sounding different each time, getting bigger each time. I wanted to highlight it. And so that actually happens quite a bit in trap music where they'll drop lots of instruments out for just a beat or a half a measure or something like that. And that's exactly what we did here.
I feel like
So
we
there's
made it
vocal,
bigger by making it smaller.
yeah. There's a joke in there somewhere, but I'm not going to go
I'm
there.
sure
Um,
there is.
yeah, because you can see I took out the fountain, I took out Wobbert, so that's gone there, you know. But plenty of vocals here, and then we go back to the hook. The last time, how is this different than the first hook? So here we got percussion going through it where we don't have it at the beginning, but all
So
your vocals
there's
are
so many
here.
things. In
There's
the
a
start, it
lot of
was
stuff
just the
here.
pad only, and now it's all the drums, all
Yeah,
the
we had the
stuff.
pad, the bass, it's all there. Um,
All of me. Why not take all of
let's
me?
go to the ending.
Can't you see?
So how do we
I'm
end
no
this thing? Here we go. Let's see
With
what
the
we got.
wind chime. Here they come.
Oh, gotcha,
Or
gotcha.
did
Yeah.
we mute them?
Nope, they're there.
You took the
They're cute.
best, so why not take the rest? Baby, take all of me.
That breathiness at the end, that's a trademark thing for you as well. What's funny is that I can't hear the wind chimes. They're there, but I can't. I'll put them if I solo.
For anyone watching, like, Paul has limited hearing in the higher frequencies due to childhood
Fevers. She
stuff.
said, yeah, massive fevers as a toddler. Uh, and so, yeah, most of my right ear is gone. I can see the waveform, but I can't hear it. Yeah, it's very subtle. I have tinnitus that's ringing roughly the same frequency, so it's probably phase
Oh yeah.
cancellation.
Face cancellation. You're so
That's what it
funny.
is. We have this
This,
pattern of starting small, growing bigger, bigger, and then returning to some kind of logical
yeah.
ending.
It's not the only song we ended a cappella. I think we also, it might not be on part one, but there's another song on part two that we ended a cappella. Was
What
it
we
Sexy
did,
Sugar Baby?
Body and Soul or Sexy Sugar
Gosh,
Baby. I don't remember.
I can't remember. But there's another one that we followed this same pattern too.
Yeah, yeah. Chroma Verb. Wait, what?
Oh,
This
well,
might
this
have
is
been
our
before I
first.
knew. Yeah,
Wait, it
a,
still sounds great.
a room. Yeah, sounds fantastic. Maybe this
What's
is
on the vocal stack next to it?
yeah, Butch Vig, which you were not a fan of usually. This is before I probably told you about it. I don't know.
Oh, I don't
Uh,
mind it on this song because it's such a crunchy song anyway.
yeah, it may actually crash me right now. Let's see. Valhalla plugins. I was having some problems with Logic. Um, I would get this crash saying a plugin may not be compatible. Contact the vendor, and it would crash Logic. Well, thanks. Don't tell me which one it is. Just tell me that I got a problem in the 80 plugins, whatever I got running here. Let's see. We got Vocal Writer. We got Butch Vig on the main box.
We got
Um,
Chris Lord, Algae.
yeah, a little bit of that. Female vocal going on there. A little bit of compression there. I see we got Melodyne here on some stuff. We got Vocal Writer as always on these guys here, which
Yeah, there's a few spot tunings that I wanted to do.
yeah, we got some comps here or there, some splits, some things going on in the vocals.
Took the part that once was my heart, so why not take all of me?
Interesting stuff there. There's wonderful, wonderful harmonies.
Let's go to the harmonies at the end.
Oh, the very,
Just
very end
because
here, like
I really like the harmonies at the end. Especially the one on Baby.
Baby, you took the best, so why
there you go. I
not
got probably
take
at the lead there.
It was so fun.
you
to harmonize that because
took
there's a
the
chromatic descent
best, so
in the
why
main
not
and
take the
like that one
rest,
was killing me.
baby?
That's right here. So that's just right
It
here.
was killing me to harmonize that.
So why not take the
But you maintain the
rest?
steady voice movement
I just
versus
did
going
pedal
chromatic.
tone. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you just did instead of, so take it away.
That was a lot of trial and
So
error.
why not take the
So I
rest?
didn't do any of the movement.
Right.
I just let the main vocal take it so that way it wouldn't get dissonant and strange.
This is the thing when a lot of times in engineering, when you solo stuff, because you've made EQ changes to make it fit, it might not sound so awesome on its own. Let's see what we got here. That's,
It sounds so lame by itself,
it
but
does.
it sounds so epic in the mix.
But then it's like that's not that cat that was suffering. Um, and then you put it in.
Arms, I'll never use them. Your
Echo
goodbye.
She's
reverb.
awesome.
Yeah.
You can have my heart, you can have my soul, you can have my body if you never let me
I could have added
go.
reverb and delay and stuff, but it's a crisp, kind of dry track.
Yeah,
Didn't
we
need
didn't
it.
need to add too much because it was already so much going on
It was
with the
busy sonically.
harmonization
And so
and
yeah,
the
you're
new verse. Like you can't don't want to get too busy, too
no,
crazy.
and then this beat is not boom boom cop. It's do 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 duck do duck. It's all this other
Yeah.
stuff going on. This back so
Rhythmically, it's already
dense.
complex enough. You don't need a
It
lot of
is
tracks.
dense harmonies, complex rhythms, wonderful voice, thick pads. It's got a lot of neat stuff in it. That is all of me.
That's all of me.
All of me. Hit us up in the comments. Let us know what you like, didn't like. Let us know if you like these videos. We've done several of these, and I like sharing production information. It's just the way I do it. I learn from watching others. Maybe someone sees something they like or learn here. And well, there's no script. This is just Paul and Joy getting together, talking about the track, seeing where things take us. And we hope
Do you
you
want to?
enjoyed it.
Do you
Sure,
want
go
to
ahead.
jam? Do you want to try? I don't know if it'll work with the delay on Zoom, but I liked that you started playing all of me.
Oh, the original?
Maybe we
You
could
get that?
just play it to end.
Take my lips, I want to lose them. Take my arms, I'll never use them. Your goodbye left me with eyes that cry. How can I go on, dear, without you? You took the part that once was mine, so why not take all of me?
That's I had forgotten the changes for a bit, and that was a very, very dull version on my part. I can play
Oh,
better than
don't be
that.
silly. I love it.
It was a kind of a mind screw because I have physical delay to want to hear the piano here, and I've got audio delay at a different time from what you're singing. And I'm like, no, just focus. So anyway, it's fun, 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 fun.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Be sure
Thank
to
you so
give
much,
Paul a
folks.
follow. Follow me. Check out the album on Spotify, The Roaring 2020s, Part 1.